How you been living with Corona, man?
Actually, better than ever because of unemployment.
Talk about it, brother. I feel it. You know, it's I try to make. I'm glad. I'm just trying to make the best out of a bad situation, and
Yeah, same.
like the amount of money I've been able to save, man, it's just been great. Like I needed it, you know. But it's I got a, it's a little thing I call real talk on my channel. Basically, we just talk about real ass shit. What's good, Stony? Um,
What up, Payne? What up, Stebo?
Hold on, I'll be right back. What's up?
what's good? What's good, Stony? How you living, man?
Shit, surviving and thriving.
That's good. As long as you thriving, man. You always gotta like
Trying to
look at
make sure
the
that me and my family are safe and not getting
yeah.
sick or anything.
Yeah, that's tough, especially with kids, man. It's like, cause if your kids get it, I mean, y'all getting it.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, just like with anything, not necessarily COVID, cause God forbid, but I mean, I just know people who have kids, and when the kids get sick, I mean, when they get sick, then the kids get sick, and the kids get them sick again. Be a whole fucking fiasco.
yeah.
But
I be making sure like people always like walk past like sometimes without masks. Like, oh man, we need to go back. I was like, damn, we can't even go for a walk so you get exercise because this bitch want to come outside without a mask on.
man, look, I'm one of them people to be. I mean, I keep a mask in my pocket, but like, I think it's because of my beard, and I don't really like shit covering my face like that. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. But I get it. Like, so when I go in the stores and shit, and they be like, "Oh, your mask," I'm like, I get it. I don't even say shit.
I'm back.
Just throw the mask on. Oh, that was
Man,
fast.
some of these Karens, they be wild, man. They be getting like mega upset. I was like, man, it's like I might have to hit this bitch.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's like
Um,
if she's not wearing masks and she's trying to get close to my son, I was like, man, I will fucking Ike Tyson you bitch. Ike Tyson,
damn. I was
man.
gonna say Ike Tyson, nigga. Damn, that's a deadly ass
That's
combo,
both.
man. That's what I'm saying. That's a deadly ass combo, man. But nah, this discussion is called Real Talk because like I like to talk about like real shit, like not just like I love to talk about anime and shit like that, but I also like to talk about shit that matters and like different perspectives that I feel like a lot of people should like view certain things like because my problem is I want the world to think like I do. Because if the world thought like I do, a lot of shit wouldn't take place. But I know that's um, way beyond idealistic. But
Yeah, I
so
feel you.
what I like to do with my platform is just keep it real. So like I don't want you to have to no PC shit allowed. Like no, don't you don't have to censor yourself to make somebody else feel better. You got to be you and live your truth. Because when you live your truth, nobody can use your truth to come against you. Uh, but it's called passion versus desire for the simple fact of like I don't know about y'all, but certain things for me, like my passions move me more than my desires. But at the same time, I feel like they kind of can coexist. Like they kind of like the same thing, but they're not. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, so like for you, Steve, what would you think? Well, I mean, what would you say that motivates you and keeps you from staying stagnant with life and like so like what which one would you say drives you more, your passions or your desires?
Um, I would say my desires drive me more than my passions because I still feel like I'm trying to figure out exactly what my passion is.
So I mean so that's a very important part of it. Like so what do you do to like try to find that? You know what I mean? Like what do you do to try to what are you doing to try to make that your passions more visible, viable for you?
I don't really do anything too specific or targeted. I'm really just trying to come to an understanding of what that might be for me just by living life. Like every day, I feel like I
So
wouldn't
like
say
a
I would
nomad esque, like so like
nah,
nomadish.
not like that, but like I'm just um chilling and taking advantage of situations as they come, and like you just said earlier, trying to make the best out of a bad situation. And
I mean, yeah, and I feel that. Like I can understand that, but like speak to it like to for the people that you don't think would understand. Um that wouldn't understand where you're coming from as far as like because you know how like the older generation they'll view you as, oh, you lazy, why don't you get a job, or why don't you go to school, or whatever they was taught as a kid, that's what they end up teaching you, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But like, could you speak to it like for the person that lives inside said box?
well, I could say a few things about that, but I'm gonna try to keep it to two things. For one, um, I don't really concern myself too much with what people have to say, especially at this point in life.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
and another thing that I would say to try to answer the question of trying to make them understand, just for the sake of discussion. Um, what I mean is that, like, say for instance, just doing this right now is a part of me trying to understand more about what I want and what I want to do with myself and what I'm passionate about. Like I could have easily been like, nah, I'm chilling, because I would have been trying to do something else, trying to find like what my passion is. Like I randomly would have just decided to do some push-ups just to see like how far I can push myself.
Yeah.
Like just little things like that. They add up within my mind to get me to a point to where I'm like, okay, so this might be what I want to do, and let me reach out to some people who might know more about this thing and see if it sounds interesting, if it sounds something that I could apply to my daily life and actually try to help other people with. Because that's another thing that's important to me, trying to help people. But
Well, that's I mean, because I was gonna say like from what you're saying, it makes it seem like you find that important, helping others.
yeah, yeah, that's an important thing to me.
I mean, can you speak to why before I asked on the same?
Honestly, I really don't know why. It's that's just always the way that I've been ever since I was little. Like even it don't even have to be people. Like even with animals, like if I see a bug that's like on its back kicking its legs, and unless it's a cockroach, I hate cockroaches. But
I was
like
about to say, damn, you
I,
even
I'll flip it back over
what
and
you
like
call it?
help it go about its day.
What up, Rand? What up, hype? What up, BDV? But go ahead. What you were saying?
But yeah, like so whether it's somebody like a classmate or like I just said like a bug or whatever. Like if I see somebody struggling with something, I'm gonna try to talk to them and understand what's happening and see what I can do to help them.
Yeah, that's a dope quality to have. What about you, Stony? What do you think you live for? What drives you? Your
I think
passions or your
at
desires?
this point, it's a mixture of both. Because like what you said before, like listen to other people and trying like to do something else, like get a job and stuff, and like go to school. Like I tried stuff like that. Like when I was in the military, it got to a point. It's like, man, I hate this shit. I don't like doing this shit. And
Yeah.
then like even going to college, I was like it was like the whole 2 year. Like damn, these teachers don't even give a fuck, man. They not even trying like to teach. Like you can tell like if people don't care about their job. And like once I
Yeah.
started seeing that, I was like, damn, man, I don't even really want to try because it's like no enthusiasm in these lessons plan. It's like you can feel like they don't even want to be here. It's like then it just takes away from the learning experience. So I was like, man, I don't want to do this shit either. So now
Well,
I'm at the point. It's like, what do I want to do? And then
yeah.
I was like, I like music. So then, like, I started making beats, and now I'm just like rapping on the beats. And then I like YouTube stuff, cause like for Dustin, like Cole, and all of Braga, like a lot of people, I was like, I want to start doing reactions and stuff. That's a desire, and it like makes me happy. I was like, I have fun when doing this. So now I'm just finding stuff like that I'm passionate about that would have a desire aspect to get involved in that particular activity.
Yeah. Well, cause
Cause
see,
like,
oh no, I was just gonna piggyback off you and just say because I agree with you for the simple fact that that's what I want to do. Like as far as like get my YouTube following up because of people like Dustin, because of people like Brago, because of people like Tekken, like just people that was always authentic to themselves.
yeah, that's one reason I
I've
like Tekken,
I've
because
always
he always
respected.
says him, and I respect that. Like
Yeah,
how
yeah,
crazy it's
like
like no matter what, and I respect that's like, man, this nigga just doing him. He don't give a fuck what other people think. Like I respect that.
yeah, man. That's what I fuck with the most about Tekken is just that he's so authentic to himself. He don't give a fuck. You can't make fun of Tekken because Tekken makes fun of Tekken. He takes your power away from you, and that's what my whole thing has been. Excuse me, I just ate. My whole thing has always been to leave is like, especially this year, has been to live your truth. Like, just be honest. And like to piggyback off what you said, I think is what's good, Uncle Taz, what's good. And let me know if you want in. Just send me what's going on Discord. I'm pretty sure you could offer some insight on this. But me personally, I let my passion drive me because everything that I'm passionate about, I know that it has the ability to, like Steve said, help somebody. It, because I want to impact something. I don't want to just be one of those people that take up space in the world. You know what I mean? I want to carve my own path and do it for myself. I don't want to have to work for somebody for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw real last too. Like a lot of like I hate having to follow and take orders from stupid people or people that don't give a shit. And I can tell it's like, man, this motherfucker's stupid. And I had to listen to him put my life on the line for this stupid bitch. I was like, oh man, fuck that. I only got one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm usually real cool about everything, but when I get stuck in a situation like that where I feel like I'm following orders for somebody who really can't order their damn self, like that really grinds my gears.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
I'm the
makes me
same. I'm the
depressed
same
sometimes.
way.
I was like, fuck man, I can't believe this shit.
Oh, well, just letting you know you was welcome, Taz. I'm sorry, I was just responding to Taz, but yeah, go ahead. Y'all speaking some real shit. I'm just soaking up the knowledge, honestly.
And I wanted to speak to something that you said earlier, where you said there's nothing inherently wrong with passing on things that somebody got from you, but
Yeah,
I personally believe that it is inherently wrong when you just for the sake of passing it on, just because somebody passed it on to you, without any regard. Because I feel like we get trapped in that a lot, where we believe that this one way is the right way because you see that it worked for somebody else. But like I like to look at for example, my little badass cousins. Like when one of them locked up and one of them is like doing whatever. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm assuming it's unsavory just because of who he is. But
yeah, one of those usual suspect type of niggas. I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, yeah. Um, for instance, people say like beat your kids and they'll turn out right. Like when you see like a viral video of some white kids acting up, like people be like, if they get their ass beat, they wouldn't be acting like that.
No, if
But
you love your
That's
child, they
so
wouldn't be
true
acting like
because
that.
like
What's good,
my
Tony?
my mom says stuff like that about my son. Like if he does something, I should just spank him or whoop him. And then like I think back to my childhood, I was like, she used to beat the fuck out of me, and look how I turned out.
right,
Cause like it gets to the point like I laugh when I get hurt and in pain because I'm so used to feeling it, so it doesn't even teach me a lesson. And I was like,
right.
and then that's myself like, oh
Same.
man, that nigga probably just gonna be like me. Then it's like it's no point here. I might as well just talk to him. Cause like
And
whenever I talk to her on the phone, she always say shit like, just whoop him and spank. I was like, that shit don't
Well,
work because it didn't work for me.
well,
and
see,
the
for
reason that,
me,
that I
oh,
was
go ahead. I'm
giving,
sorry. Go
like,
ahead, go ahead, Steve. No,
my bad.
go ahead.
But
No, you go ahead. You good?
the reason that I was saying that is because like they used to get beat constantly, but that didn't do anything to their behavioral patterns. If
Yeah,
anything, it might have made it worse. Like so,
I can
Exactly.
agree with
what I
that.
think you got to do, I think you got to carefully evaluate exactly what you're dealing with, know your personnel before you get into trying to change things and trying to direct them in a certain path.
I agree with you. Where I think the disconnect is when I say I don't think it's inherently wrong to pass down ideology is a slippery slope because when it comes down to people being racist or whatever, obviously I'm not cool with people that's like, oh, no means yes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
Yeah.
hot button issues that I really like disagree with, type shit.
Yeah, I got a situation like that too, Pain. Like, you know, my baby mama white, right?
Mm.
All right. So anyway, like her nephew or something, like he was in jail, and then like apparently when he was in jail, he recently got out, but he was like forced in again a swastika and shit. And then I was like, oh, that nigga can't never see my kids. Like, oh gosh, she like, but he's not that way. But he even has like a Hispanic daughter, but he was forced to get that. I was like, I don't
I
give
don't
a
give a
fuck. He's
fuck.
forced to get like he not seeing a ton
Nigga
of his
die.
kids.
Nigga die.
Like that. That's my mentality. I was like, nah, man. Like what you gonna say to your daughter and shit? And you got that shit on your body. I was like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
I
I
was
don't
like, I don't
condone
want
that.
that nigga to see my kids. Like that's your family. Like I don't give a fuck. Like nah.
Even if it was forced on him.
He didn't have to do it. And then
I,
he still hangs out with people
but
like
you say he
that
was in
after he
prison
got
though, right?
out. Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay. Well,
he's
that's
still
different then.
fucking people. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
okay.
Nah,
nah.
but see, that's the thing though, because when you locked up, when you do penitentiary time, you don't mingle outside your race. You don't mingle outside your race. So if he got that swastika, that means he went to the Brotherhood for protection when he was locked up, so they didn't rape him. Cause that's the way the shit go.
But
Well, nigga,
Pain, this was
that's a
his
real
first
talk
time
for
in
another.
jail
That's a real talk
because
for
he was
another
in jail
for
like at the
day. But
same place like 4 other times before this.
yes, but see, jail is a whole different beast. That's a whole different.
Man, I don't care. He's still operating with those people and
No,
like,
no, no. Sony, I agree with you. What I am simply saying is that the
yeah, but I understand that. But still, he got that on him. Like I
Oh
saw
no,
him.
I don't. I agree with your stance. I'm only saying for the larger scale, right?
Oh yeah, I said because
And
I got like
if
a shit ton of
everything
cousins
wasn't
in
so
Chicago that's
corrupt,
locked up.
if everything wasn't so corrupt, it wouldn't be that way. But because it is that way, that's just how it is. And as fucked up as it may be, I still agree with you. Oh, what's good, Tom? But I still agree with you. I'm only saying that because when you look at it, right? That's why most black guys like when they go when if they smart, they say they Muslim when they get locked up because they know the Muslims don't rape you. So I get it. Like that nigga went to the wrong people for protection. You got it. I will never, you know what I'm saying? I will never say that you're wrong about that. I'm only speaking to the way that it's set up, the ecosystem that lives there and that thrives there. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand that.
Um, but what about you, Steve? But what do you fall on the issue?
For me, it's like I've never been in there, so I really can't get too deep in it. But
I
from what
see
I
what
do
you did
know,
there. I see what you did there, my nigga. Don't even ask him how.
but I I I see what you're saying with like how you gotta mingle with your own people when you're in there, because that's the easiest way, the best way to survive and everything. Um, but
And make it clear, I've never been to prison. I've never been to prison. I've been to kiddie prison, but I've never been to prison. Hell
right,
no, would never want to go. I got shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'd be trying my best. I was like, nah, I'll be a cop or whatever. I was
Fuck
like,
that.
like
Too many.
I
I've
just
seen
not
too
get
many
caught.
motherfuckers I've seen too many motherfuckers go to prison and keep going back. Man, you like something in that motherfucker, man. And I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I
that
don't
shit
like
never
none
makes
of it.
sense to me. Just like when I had cousins, they been there like over 7 times. I was like, and then he want me to hang out and do shit. I was like, nah, man. I like my freedom. And I don't like being told what to do and not being able to do what I want. I want to put myself in a position where I can't do what I want.
right.
And that's my thing. He said, what state was he locked up in?
For which one, my cousin or
Yeah,
my
I,
girl's nephew?
I think the your girl's nephew.
Well, I'm in California, so California.
Oh, California.
Yeah, but before you said that that he's still hanging with those people, Like I wasn't gonna be too hard on him, but if he's still associating with those same people, then
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
That
then
means you. That
make
means you.
Cause like
Yeah,
it's
you've been
like some
tainted.
it's like some states around here like recent like last month they still found like two people like hung like on a tree and like the police just chalked it up to suicide. Like nah, man. Like
yeah,
that's why
that's
I don't go
crazy.
outside.
See, man, I'm telling you, man, and it's just like the world ain't doing nothing but getting crazy. Like it ain't doing nothing but getting crazier. Hold up, Tom said something. Balance your kids over parent, coddling, shout at them. It'll have a long term effect. Teach them, love them more as you. Yep, as more or as yourself. We got to do better with our children. 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They force you to. Yeah, 100%, Taz. That's why I don't need no parts of it. I don't need no parts of the life.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to find the avenue away from that shit, and I gravitated towards that shit like a motherfucker. Because there's certain shit that
Well,
I
my
ain't with.
mom kind of helped me avoid that because like it was like my first year of high school in Chicago. Like I was already finished, but then like
Hey
my mom
yo,
eventually like moved us to Alabama, where I didn't have to like be forced in the environment where I had to choose to
I'm
have to be
not.
in the game.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stony. I'm just reading that this nigga and PDB comment.
Oh,
That nigga said, "Oh, in California, he would have got ran through like a hollow tongue."
shit.
Yo, I am dead. That is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Stony. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
I
that shit's
read that
funny.
shit as soon as it popped up, and I've been dead. Yeah, see, Taz, see, that's what I'm saying. We that is another that's a topic for another real talk because that shit is like it's crazy, yo. It is crazy. I personally seen some shit that just made me like
Like, wait,
horrified,
what movie
nigga.
was that? Like on BET? Like, it was one movie I watched, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not going to print. It was like the one dude, like he was like looking at the dude's artwork on the beach. Like, oh yeah, man, you can sit there and keep
Are you
looking
talking
at it. He
about
just start
lockdown?
rape. Yeah, that's the movie. Lockdown.
Yeah,
I seen. I was like maybe
Steve-O, how you come out
seven
the
or
clutch
eight
with it though?
watching
This
that
nigga always
movie.
talking
Not
about
and instantly I
lockdown.
was like,
This
oh
nigga
man, I
Steve-O.
don't need to do anything stupid to get locked up. I ain't trying to
that's a
get
BET
raped.
classic.
I was on my Tom shit. I was like, nah, man, you can get anally raped if you do that. I was on my Tom shit like I ain't trying to do nothing to get anally raped. You ain't going to the pen. I was like, nah, nigga, you do that. That's a 9 to 5. You might get anally raped.
And
Mm-mm.
See,
you know the dude who did that scene. He said he's still scarred from it.
yo, okay. Are you being honest or are you just
Yeah,
joking?
like he actually got a Vlad TV interview, and he looks visibly distraught talking about it.
This nigga said he
Oh
looks
shit.
visibly distraught.
Even though it didn't actually happen, it was just acting. But he said he was never the same after it.
That nigga said he was visually distraught. Hey yo, y'all niggas is wild. I love y'all niggas though, cause y'all niggas is hilarious.
So that's what happened.
Oh man, Tom,
Man, that'd be
even
fucked up.
Tom
Like
like
if you got the
word.
scene wrong, then you had to keep redoing the scene. I was like, oof.
Uh,
Like, was that enough pain on your face?
he
Start
right.
over.
This nigga Taz say he right. I seen that interview. Oh shit, Uncle Taz backed it up. Damn, there's got to be some truth to that shit. Dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. You made me want to watch the interview just to see how spooked that nigga was. Oh, that nigga have a you can't eat no type of fruit, bro. You can't eat no type of hot dog, no type of banana around that nigga. Oh, that nigga won't even sweep the floor. Cause you know that broom shit is real. Them niggas will really do that shit to you. Man. Yeah, see, that's my thing, Morgans. I see as a kid, I was moving wrong because I had no choice, right? But so as I was getting locked up, as I kept getting locked back up and shit, from running away or possession or whatever they could, whatever humble they could get me on. Shit was like I just start seeing niggas do the strange shit. Niggas that been locked up for years doing strange shit, moving real different. Some niggas that I knew on the outside, I was like, oh, y'all niggas move different in here. That's what scared me away from that shit. It was like, man, look, I ain't fucking with it. Y'all got it. I'm not fucking with it at all. But that's crazy. That shit's hilarious. That nigga said like a howling tunnel in traffic. Oh man, but on another note, what do you guys think about what's the second time I shit the fell out on the stream? So embarrassing. But what do you guys think about like what do you guys do to like try to keep your passions like you ever heard sometimes people say they lose their passions like oh I fell off from watching anime or playing music or doing whatever.
Oh yeah, that actually happened to me recently.
Really? Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, I got it back, but it was more like just not my situation being the way that I wanted it to be. And, you know, I was in a comfortable place, but I didn't really have my preferred method of watching or reading. So I would be reading just like, you know, keeping up with the weekly manga from Shonen Jump. And
Yeah.
even then, a couple of those I fell off. Like with Jujutsu Kaisen, I had read up to like chapter 50. I was caught up. Then all of a sudden, I just stopped reading. Same with Doctor Stone, Promised Neverland. Um, I can't remember anything else. But with anime, I almost just stopped watching anime entirely, except for like just watching it here and there on Adult Swim. But now that I
Yeah.
got my laptop again, like I'm watching more anime. I'm reading manga. Like I was just reading D Gray Man like 2 hours ago.
Really? Is that good? Because I kind of want to.
But yeah,
Like,
I
I
really
mean,
enjoy it.
it just. I don't know. I started watching it at first, but then it just got a little. I don't know.
You was watching it?
Yeah, I used to. I watched like some of the anime, but I don't know. I just fell off of it for some reason.
How far did you get?
Like he had just met the. Well, I think they were still recruiting people. I'm pretty sure they were still recruiting people because
Yeah.
like he had the first. He met the. Who did they? Was it a girl or a dude they met first? I
Oh,
don't know.
he
It
he
was.
met, he met a dude first, but he didn't recruit him. He was already a part of the organization. Like they started recruiting people after the first arc.
Yeah.
Do you remember a vampire dude or a chick with a clock?
Yeah. That and the vampire dude. I remember he met the vampire dude, and then they had met somebody else, and they was trying to get her to join, or they was trying to get her to join something like that. And I don't know, I just fell off because I ain't really like I don't know. It seemed like the main character's main power was just that he had a devil. So that was just like,
Oh, see, you need to keep watching and reading then.
Yeah, it wasn't that at all.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, people say it, and it's just like I could give it another chance. I've been wanting to find something to read, but I was starting to try to catch up to Jujutsu Kaisen. I was trying to started reading chapter one, but then I fell off. I was doing something. Matter of fact, I went to go write a verse for Lona.
But yeah, I suggest you give it another shot. Both of them actually, because Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yeah.
I really say so far to me is better than D Gray Man, but D Gray Man is still good though.
Yeah, I mean, cause like it seemed interesting, like something about like the baby fetuses being cursed or some shit. I don't know. It seemed alright. I just didn't
Mark
really.
Tyson.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Do you remember what part you got to?
Yeah.
I was only like on the like fourth or sixth page of the first chapter.
Oh, I'm trying to think of what you could be talking about with fetuses being cursed.
Like it was because it was like it opened with like a baby with like it looked like a womb, like a fetus or like like a baby type shit. That's what it looked like. But it was like a demon or some shit inside of it.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember that being in the first chapter though. I could be tripping. Tom, we talking about Jujutsu Kaisen right now.
But did y'all see what Morgan said?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
He said, "How do
The
y'all feel
for
about the
for
government
reparations,
sending out?"
I feel like it's more so like once everybody, like anybody and everybody was starting to get it, like COVID or whatever, it's like, oh man, we have to help everybody out. But if it was just probably just like, uh, see, I want to say if like it was like just a bunch of like ethnics getting COVID, like not a lot of white people don't think it'll stimulus checks would have been going out like that.
Well, see, um, if that happens, BDV, I will be happy because that would be yeah. And he's Tom said also is the podcast tailored to the title or just off the top as you go? A little bit of both. What if we can bring it back to the main topic, then that's fine. But it's more so like just a opener and for a podcast ask forum, so we can just talk about real shit and whatever's on our minds type shit. But just to answer your question, Tom. But did I cut somebody off?
No.
Okay.
Nah,
But to answer your question, Morgan, I think that is really good, and I hope that that goes through.
It helps a lot of
Um,
people, especially the people that's like getting fired a lot. But
yeah, and
it's
not even
crazy.
that.
It's like some companies fire like a shit ton of people, but then the next week they got a shit ton of like we're hiring and the help wanted. So like you just fired. I was like, it's just confusing,
But see,
complex.
but you know what the thing is though. At the same time, it's like I'm glad it's happening for one reason. I have always felt that we should be like the Jews. Like us black people, it should be like untouchable as the Jews. And I don't mean that in any anti-Semitic way or anything like that. I mean when you say something about the Jewish people, you fired just like they fired Nick Cannon
Oh
after
yeah, that
how many
shit.
years
yeah, they on your
Immediately,
ass.
man. I was like, God
they
damn.
fired Nick Cannon off rip. I've always felt like America should have treated us like they treat the Jews for the simple fact of yeah, the Jews went through it for longer periods of time and a lot of other things factors went into it. But when you look at America, America was built upon slaves. We built this. We the ones who built the tobacco industry. We're the ones who did the farming, did all the work. They handled all of the politics. So it's only right that we get our just due, so we could have our people like the Rockefellers. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's so much generational wealth that should have been distributed to the kids or and the people of the time that just wasn't. That they just said fuck it. We don't have to pay him. We don't have to pay him. We don't have to pay him. So if it does go through, I'm happy because it's only time. You know, it's just only right. But how did y'all feel about it?
I think it's good for the stimulus checks for people.
For me, it's helped me a lot. I think I already went into that, but I think that it just goes to show how I don't even know what the proper word to say for this, but I think that it's almost like the stimulation is coming to an end with the way that we live our lives in our current society, because
Yeah,
it just goes to show like, which is something that I've always considered, that currency is a man-made concept, right?
yeah,
And the money really only means as much as we dictate that it means. And for them to be holding out on reparations for the descendants of slaves for so long, when almost every other disenfranchised group or demographic in America has been rewarded, well, not rewarded, but compensated for the pain and trauma that their ancestors have experienced, or directly after the trauma was brought to an end, so to speak. Like, for instance, you see like Native Americans have casinos or
They
plots
did
of
the Native
land.
Americans dirty, man.
Yeah, and they got some sort of compensation for it, but we didn't really get that. And when we did manage to build something for ourselves, it was destroyed, referring to Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
Um, and if I remember correctly, I remember learning this in history class, but I'm not sure if it's accurate information because my memory is terrible.
Hmm.
But the Japanese population that was kept in internment camps, like out on the West Coast, they were compensated in some way, and that's why you currently see like plenty of like dry cleaners and nail salons owned by and I said
Japanese and Korean.
yeah, Japanese and Koreans. I said Japanese, but I should have just said Asian Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
That
is
would have been
true.
that would have you would have covered a lot more area if you had said that.
yeah,
Because
Like
I be
especially
trying to
like
figure out.
in the desert I lived, it was like so many Asian like barbershops and stuff and like nail salons.
I'd be like,
Like
damn, can
it'd be
you can
like
cut my hair,
it'd be
right?
like 4 or 5 like on damn near on one block. I was like, God damn. Or massage parlors. There was shit ton of massage parlors in the desert.
How did you feel about going to how do y'all feel about going to a white or a different race like barber, like a Spanish barber, people who have different type of texture hair? How do y'all feel about
I would never go by choice.
Yeah, I was
it?
kind of forced because like some of the like only people that cut hair that was on base and stuff was like white dudes or white women. And it was like every so often there was a few black dudes, but like those dudes always had people like lined up and all ready to go. You know what I mean? So by the time it was close time, that dude was already gone. It's like fuck man, I have to get my hair cut by Cindy, and she pushed a nigga lining back. That's why the moment I got out, I was like, I'm growing dreads. I'm not getting my hair cut no more. I got tired of getting my shit pushed back. I was like, damn it, Cindy.
Damn, this nigga.
Like push my
This
shit
nigga Stony,
back,
the only
man.
nigga that can have dreads, a full head of hair, and have a cap on at the same time. Like, nigga, where your hairline at, man? Damn you, Cindy.
If I give them a chance and they're good, then I'll go back. It just depends on the circumstances.
Man, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have to be coerced, well compensated, or something, because you don't. How you know how to cut my hair? Your hair different. That's like, dude. How you feel about how do y'all feel about going to a bald barber? Like, if he ain't got no hair, you really think?
I just assumed that life was rough for him. He got a lot of stress, and he eventually went bald. But
But do
I
you
wouldn't
trust
make him
him with
cut.
your head? Is the
Oddly enough,
question.
that's really never meant anything to me. Honestly, the baldness. Like, I'm more concerned if a person is a different race or ethnicity
Yeah.
than I am with a nigga being bald.
Oh no! See, if no, if you give me the if I got the choice and I got the bald black barber or the white or Korean or Asian or whatever barber, I'm taking the black bald barber all day.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
what I'm
Like I
saying
can tell like
is,
by the gear and equipment they have behind it. Like they got that like damn, what was that shit called? Like the after save shit they put on your after. But they
Yeah.
got like shit like that behind them. I was like, whoa! I know that shit gonna be crisp. Or you got like the actual razor blade. And you
yeah, but
got like the
sometimes
stuff
you
to
get
sharpen it.
fooled though. Sometimes you get fooled and you be thinking your shit crisp and it be crisp, but it be crisp in another stratosphere. Your hairline right here, that bitch, your hairline supposed to be right here. Your shit here now. You're like, oh shit. Well, I lined it up right with for man, nigga.
Yeah,
No,
the
you
only
didn't.
time that ever happened is when it's like a Cindy or a Juan or
Oh,
or or
man.
a, or a Chang. That's the only time my shit like really got pushed back. I was like, God damn, man. Then they look at you like you're supposed to tip them too. I was like, nah, man, I need exact change back. I'm furious right now. He's like, you ain't gonna tip me. I was like, man, look what you did. or then one dude like cut me too. I was like, come on, you pushed me back and you cut me, you son of a bitch. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's some shit right there.
That shit's devastating. I was like, damn, you can't even put on a hat to cover it. I was like, I just have to rock
Man,
this shit.
you got like you said, you gotta grow dreads after that. Like man, I gotta give my head time to heal.
I hate that shit. Like when you feel something warm, it's like, she's cut me. He's like, no, man, I ain't cut you. Like 5 minutes, space like
your head cut my clips.
He's like, hey man,
I had a barber try to tell me that bullshit.
Bit. I was like, a little bit. Like I feel the blood dripping over my eyebrow, coming on, about to drip over my eyelid. I was like, come on, man.
Oh, I ain't never been cut that bad.
That nigga fucked you up, dog. Nah, Stoney, you fucked his baby mama. That's what happened.
What?
He fucked his baby mama. That nigga, I'm gonna cut this nigga hair.
I was
cut
so
his bitch
upset,
ass.
man. And that scar didn't heal for a while.
You lucky the bitch healed it all, nigga. Shit. And y'all see what Taz said?
Hold on, well. How do you give out that paper? House inwards, get more than field inwards. What about the blacks who helped the slavers? What about the ones who I mean, I would say you just divvy it up evenly, honestly, because if you try to split hairs like that, it's gonna get real.
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. If you really try, like I know black people be petty, but we can't be that goddamn petty though.
Yeah.
Like we really gotta like stop it. We gotta cut it out. Like hey Ray, tell you and Kiki that y'all need to make sure that y'all don't try to do too much. You gonna have motherfuckers that's a quarter black trying to get reparations. Man, no, nigga. Exactly. I mean, especially I agree, Taz. Especially when you look at the fact that the slave masters used to. You know, do y'all know what buck breaking is?
Buck breaking?
Yeah, have y'all ever heard that term?
Yeah, I heard that.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
They used to do that to us. And for y'all who don't know, buck breaking is when the white slave master used to rape the black man in front of his wife and kids to demasculate him in front of his children, so they know who's in power, they know who's in charge. That's what they used to do to us.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
But America is full of hypocrisies. All men are created equal unless your pigmentation is dark. If it's not white, then you less than. Because you're the minority. It's crazy. I don't want, for real. I'll take the money, but give me some land. That's what I want. I want some land. Give me my 40 acres, nigga. Give me my 40 acres. If you want your 40 acres or you want your money, give me my 40 acres. I'll take it any day. Cause all that shit gonna do is appreciate that money. All you gonna do is spend it. But see, people need to start thinking with their head and stop thinking with their clout. For real, because people really be thinking like, oh, if I had just a little more clout, then shit would be different. Like, nah, man. Can you monetize the clout that you're gonna have?
Like it's even like with little shit, like for what you wear. Like growing up, like all the dudes like cared about wearing like Jordans and shit. I didn't give a fuck about that. Like The way I seen it growing up, I was like, I see people getting shot over that shit and robbed over. I was like, damn man, I don't really care. So I just wear these fucking shacks. I'm less likely to get fucking shot to kill for my fucking shoes. And then I like people like make claims like, nigga, you trash. Why you wearing that? I was like, man, I just seen you beat the shit out of a dude the other day for his shoes, and I was like,
Because
you
I don't
fucking
want you to
trash.
want mine. You don't like them good.
Yeah, I was like, I tell you, I was like, tomorrow I'm wearing some K Swiss. I know you don't want those.
Man, nigga, I would have found it. I would, man. I used to always find the oddest shoes and freak them bitches. Not the
Yeah,
oddest shoes, but like I've never been a Jordan guy. I've never been a Jordan fan.
Yeah, I've never been a big Jordan guy either, but recently I've been seeing more and more pairs that I actually like.
But
But
see
for the most
me,
part, I only.
I'm a Air Max guy.
Oh yeah, me too. I
And these 95s right here, boy.
mainly rock Air
What?
Max. I still got to get some 95 stuff.
Oh, like, oh shit! I had to give me a pair of 95s. I had been saying I was gonna get it for a long time, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get them.
Just got
Exactly,
the time is right.
exactly, Morgans. Buck breaking was used in early integrated prison only on black males. Now in time, it's normal. It's out here, bro. I'm telling you, that shit is sickening, man. And that's why it's just like I don't know, like more power to you, and I don't have no like which color, but like the fact that I know that that was like used as torture, I could never see that being used as pleasure. So, and then like I don't know if you don't know my background. I was molested as a child by my grandfather by marriage. So
Sorry.
everything that was like gay and shit, it just was like, whoa, it just turned me off. Like, whoa, like you know what I'm saying? Not even like, oh, I hate you because of it. Nah, that's cool, do you. But it's like even still to this day, it just has that whoa effect on me. You know what I mean? So people always say, "Oh, you homophobic." No, I'm not. I don't care. I'm not afraid of you. It's just it's nasty to me. And you think pussy is nasty to you. So like I don't see the I don't know. I think it's just because nowadays everybody wants to be offended so they can capitalize and get their 15 minutes and hopefully get some money behind it. I mean, that's how I feel anyway. No, I mean, no, I appreciate that, y'all, but it's just
And nobody should have to go through that, especially as a kid.
yeah, and I mean like and that shit happened for years. So like that shit really fucked me up. And it's just like what can I say? Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had no idea. I'm thinking that the shit is normal. But I know that I have feelings towards the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? Like that contradiction, it fucks with you. So it's like I don't understand people who can know that I was, molested as a kid to like insinuate that oh you hate gay people. It's like no, I'm just it just still because of what happened to me, I'm just still standoffish when it comes down to shit like that. So I can't really look at two men kiss. That's just I just turn my head. I
Right.
don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But people will say, "Oh, you homophobic or you transphobic." Nah, I just believe you can't change your genetics. Your chromosomes make you who you are.
Yeah, I can't blame you for the reaction that you have, especially knowing what happened to you. But this is something that you just reminded me of. But I don't know if you remember or not. You probably do because it was kind of a big deal when it happened. But when you and BMC were having that discussion, and one of Dustin's stream. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember
uh,
the me versus BMC shit. That's what was hilarious.
did he know about the?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh,
I really struggled with I struggled for the longest time with even trying to like admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that shit, because
It's
you
like
just
it's
don't want
like
to
one of
talk
those
about
things
it.
that happen. Like you just try to push it to the back of your memory.
No, you do. Like you do.
And then like sometimes like years later, like shit that you repressed like come back up out of nowhere that you didn't even know that you still like had in you, but you end up remembering shit.
that's what I'm saying. PTSD is real.
Cause like I remember like when I was in the military or whatever, and I was like having to go to therapy or whatever, and then like I was like talking to a therapist like, and she started crying and feeling bad for me, and for some reason that upset me, and I just didn't want to go no more because I ain't like feeling like I was being pitied on.
But see, that's the thing. As men, we're taught we can't be the victim. As
right.
men, we're supposed to be the predator. We're supposed to be the protector. That's what society feeds us. And it's a whole bunch of bullshit. So I apologize if it makes me uncomfortable to see you do what you want to do. I know plenty of people who said that it turned them the other way. It's either gonna make you like it or
It was gonna make you hate it.
despise it.
Yeah.
One of the two. It's not you're not gonna be able to really pity patty in between.
And either one make perfect sense to me.
And I mean because you're shaped that way. So if that happened, then I can't blame you.
Yeah, and you don't even have a choice in the matter if it's like if that's forced on you.
And then that's what I be saying. Like I don't see why people really think that I'm against it. It's just I'm so passionate about what I be saying. It's just like no, it's just like some fucked up shit happened to me. So it's just like I have PTSD. So when I see certain shit, it just remind me of certain shit. And I know how to control it. Like I know how to like you know, t- put my exterior back on. But that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit can still hit. The shit still affect me.
Right.
So it's just certain shit that I just choose not to look at. Um, so when I see that, because as kids we're impressionable. We are human beings. We learn through experiences and through people. When we watch, which you can't tell me everybody in this room has been impacted by something they see on television as a kid. Everybody.
Yeah, I think that's facts.
Yeah, I agree.
But question related to that as well. Like, how do you deal with that sort of conversation? Like when you have an extreme hate for a certain type of individual. Like for
I wouldn't
instance,
even
like
say I wouldn't even. Well,
no, I'm
see,
I'm 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 talking about like from like a person like BMC's perspective, where he has an extreme hate for people who may be homophobic, right? But what if a person like you who is like deeply rooted in you because of a past trauma, like how do you approach that conversation?
I mean, I don't know because it's like you can't you can't approach that conversation and to BD and BDV. It's not really something that's fresh in my mind necessarily, but whenever you talk about it, you think about it. When you think about it, it pops up in your mind and you're automatically refreshed into it. It's like when you're inside all day and it's cool and you step outside and you crack the door and you feel that rush of heat coming, if you understand what I mean. Do y'all get the analogy I just said or no?
Repeat it.
Like you in the house all day, right? Like say it's like 99 degrees outside. You in the house all day in
Yeah,
the AC. So it's 60 some degrees in where you in. And you go and you open the door and that rush of heat hits you.
that's how it is when that comes up in your mind.
That's how because and you have to brace yourself for the heat.
Yeah,
So it's automatically gonna you're gonna lock up for a second. You're gonna lock up to protect yourself, like because you about to fight, or you because you about to run, fight or flight. You feel me?
Right.
So you automatically tense up. It's then up to you to control that. And from when I spoke to BMC, I don't think that he would ever be able to see past it. I don't think because it's like with him, it's he's right, you're wrong, his way, no way. You disagreed and fuck you because that's what he did to Dustin. And
No,
Dustin was his biggest fan. I mean, not I can't say I'm not saying like his biggest fan type shit like that. I'm
no,
saying like
I think with BMC, the reason why I asked, the main reason is because he also has a huge stake in people who have been victims of sexual assault. Like he really goes hard for sexual assault victims. So like I honestly think he would sympathize with you and actually understand where you're coming from. That's what I would imagine because he has such a big like so much sympathy for people who've gone through that.
but see the thing is you only have so much sympathy when you know something. If you don't know something and you automatically assume because who's to say like I wasn't comfortable with myself enough to know and my sexuality to know that I'm a heterosexual male. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
especially with shit like that happened to me.
What,
So
what,
in the way
what,
that
what
shit
I'm
warped
saying,
my
if,
perspective.
if he did know that it happened prior to going into that conversation.
I mean, I think it would have been different, but that's precisely the reason that I don't like to. I never, especially then, I didn't like to tell people because I don't want that type of sympathy. I want you to view me. I don't want you to view me as the because I don't want to be viewed as the victim.
Right.
To put it bluntly,
Just like what Stoney was just saying.
yeah. To put it bluntly, I don't want to seem like the victim, even though I know for a fact I was by definition a victim.
Right.
But to say that as a man is different. Like as a woman, if you say that, you get sympathy. As a man, you say that sometimes it's 50-50. You might get sympathy and you might get bashed.
I think it's more like
Yeah.
70-30.
I mean, but it just depends on where you from. If you from the hood and that shit happened to you, that nigga, it's barely 50-50 to keep it a beam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Certain chicks won't even fuck with you if they know that you was raped or you was molested or any type of shit like that. Because the first thing they say, I don't know if you liked it. But see, as a man, it's such a different stigma.
They be cold hearted.
It's such a different double standard, and they always say what men are stronger than women, but it's just like do you really want to play that game? Like because I've like numerous women have tried to rape me, but I'm strong enough to tell them no and push them off. But
Numerous?
I mean, girlfriends, man.
Damn.
When
Wow.
you tell them no, like especially if she on her cycle, I always told her, I will always tell my girlfriends no when they on their cycle. I'm not fucking on your period. No. I don't care how horny I am. I will jack off and nut on your body before I fuck you on your period.
Wow. So you're not running the red light, huh?
Nope.
No red wings for pain.
No, I'm good. My name pain enough, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go there. That's no, that's too much. And that's precisely the reason why I don't fuck with nothing ass play. And my girl was like, put it in my ass. Like, nope. Girls would be like, why don't you put it in my ass? Nope. I'm not doing it. I'm not comfortable. Nope. Sorry. You lost me. That's why if a bitch ever took about cannot eat your ass, I really might reflex smack that bitch. What you say?
That's a goal for me.
Nigga, what?
See,
Wow.
trying to get my booty lit.
Hey yo! Get the fuck out of here!
Turn me on my stomach, like MC say.
What you say? What did you just say?
I say, turn me on my stomach, like Pimp C say. Hey man,
Flag on the play.
gotta know what you want.
Flag on the fucking play. Flag on the play.
We talking about
Foul,
desires.
nigga. Fuck a first down, nigga. Turnover, bitch. Get him the ball. you lost your privileges, nigga. Get out the field. Could you imagine in the middle of a game, the ref just be like, "Hey, nah, get him the ball. Get off the field."
You had enough.
Oh, yo, that shit would be hilarious, but for the team that's their favorite, that's getting played like that, oh, the team.
Oh, Morgan said the sound clips.
The sound clip?
Yeah, clip.
What does that mean?
Shit, let me see what Google tell me it means.
Nigga, you don't know. You telling us like
Yeah,
we know.
I seen it in the comments, so I want to tell you.
I mean, I feel you. I appreciate it. I don't even see that comment though. Sound clip. Yo, we back? Can y'all hear us? Got that sound clip of what Steve-O said? Okay. I was about to say, what the fuck happened? Yeah, that was hilarious. That was fucking hilarious, yo. Oh my god. Oh, y'all niggas are hilarious. What the fuck, Steve-O? What the fuck, man?
Just gotta speak my mind.
Hey man, that was
I feel you.
man.
That nigga said that's my goal, get my booty licked. But the way he harmonized this shit though, that's what got me. This nigga harmonized it and everything. Like he won't bullshit. Oh, Steve-O. I'm like, I want to hurl because I'm sick to my stomach and because I'm laughing so goddamn much. You bastard. How dare you?
Yeah,
How
y'all
dare
ever seen
you?
a cereal at the supermarket called Booty Holes?
Bro.
No.
Like I walked past it one time and like I did a double take, right? Because like there's no way that's marketing that somebody just gonna name a cereal.
Fam, that was just a misprint. It was a misprint. It was not named Booty O's.
Nah, it's a wrestling tag team.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, man. It still sounds weird, man. I want to be digested.
Yo, I'm not trying to eat no booty, nigga. Booty O's, hell no.
So it might be a real cereal. I don't know. But I would be flabbergasted if I walked in the wall and saw Booty-O's right next to Honeycomb like that.
Hey, look, I'm just as flabbergasted as Steve-O saying flabbergasted. You gonna go sneak that in, you bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's what she said.
Oh.
I don't like how y'all all just paused after that. Fuck both of y'all. Because this nigga said way worse. And y'all just, and I.
Valence backstage. Okay.
Oh, word. Valen. What's good, man? Yo. You there, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, I got you.
Appreciate you joining Valen. I know everything's going on. I hope everything been throwing prayers up for you from the universe for your family.
Yeah. We find out tomorrow. The last we heard, the numbers were 3 times what they were supposed to be. So
I'm trying to find a picture of that cereal now to show you.
Hope everything's all right, man.
Yeah. But I did want to just start by saying that because I wanted to tweet you, but it just didn't feel right. So I was just like, well, hopefully if this discussion thing comes through, then I'll tell them then. But yeah, definitely been throwing prayers up for your family. Um, the um the topic of the stream basically was passion versus desire. So like, what I asked everybody else, what do you think drives you more, like your passion or your desires, and why?
See, that's a tough question because I'm a level with you. I'm a different beast. The shit that drives me may not be the shit that drives other people. So,
I mean, but that's fine. I mean, the whole point of
um,
this discussion is to
yeah,
get
I like it. No,
everybody's, you know what I
I
mean?
get it. I'm trying to think what it falls
You cutting out.
into,
Yeah, you couldn't out now, Bella.
but I guess I
Yo,
would
Valen, can you hear us?
say passion because for me it's about like proving. Yeah, can y'all hear?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, you was
All
cutting
right.
out for a minute. I think we can hear you
CJ,
now.
go
Yeah,
over
you
here.
good now.
Stop playing with the guitar. What you doing?
Oh, where the fuck my big old bag of weed go? All right. Essentially, I,
You cut out again.
Yeah, you going right
I'm
back into the matrix.
driven most by the shit I about the thing, and then by the time I talk about the thing, I'm gonna go back to robot.
Yeah, it seems like because you keep going back to robot mode, and I'm trying to listen.
That
Like,
hockey too strong.
yeah, that he got that Shanks hockey walking on the ship, the captain of the Armada, equipped with devil fruits, hockey, and soliloquies.
All right. I'm trying to fucking turn off everything I have going, and I hope that fucking works.
Well, if it's any consolation, you sound pretty clear now.
All right. Long story short, my inadequacies are what fuel me, and I guess like the shit that I'm passionate about is, I guess, the direction I try to use how I feel about my inadequacies. Like if I'm not strong enough or I'm not smart enough, or whatever. Like for instance, I feel like I wasn't cultured enough, so I went and got jobs doing wineries, doing jewelry, trying to sell like high end cars, like doing shit like that, so that I could fill in knowledge gaps, so that I wouldn't feel like, I guess, I couldn't ascend to the next level. And, like, I guess the societal hierarchy of fuckery.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
I would say passion, because I passionately ain't shit.
Well, well, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. I think you give yourself. I don't think you cut yourself enough credit. I mean, slack. Um, because for what it's worth, it seems like we come from similar backgrounds, so it seems like you've done the best with what you can, and you have a family now. You have a wife, and that's more than I know that you thought at one point that you would have. If you're anything like
Oh,
me, 'cause
100%.
I didn't think I was gonna be here.
Yeah,
But
6,000%. I'm very grateful to be where I'm at, but like I feel like people who come from nothing, they understand that hole in them that's never going to be filled, like that ambition that kind of pushes them, that passion or whatever. And for me, my inadequacies fuel that hole for ambition. You know what I mean? Like the desire to be in a upper echelon of society. So I need to know these things about jewelry and wine and da 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 da, just so I can have conversations with people. You know what I mean?
yeah, just so you can have the boring, dry conversations that those type of people tend to have. I get you.
Yeah.
But see, because you're more like you're like me. You're like a chameleon. You can adapt to pretty much any situation.
You got to.
So that's why, because my passions fuel me because of the hole that I have from having like no biological parents. Like, yeah, I have true, both of my biological parents may be alive, but I've never known them to be parents. I've only known them to be liabilities. They've never gotten to know the true me, so I don't really view them as parents. I view them as co-conspirators on this creation that is me.
Coke. I like that.
But
See, that's a
and
flex. Like, see, I was planned. They conspired to create this greatness. That's a
I
flex.
mean, hey man, you said it, not me, humble genius. But but um, I just feel like a lot of the times people go off of their desires, and the reason why I wanted to make it passions or desires because it's like I feel like the people who live their passions exceed in life, where people who desire, because like you said, you desire to have certain culture, you desire to have certain cars or whatever, right? You desire to live
Well,
a certain life.
it was more I didn't want to be seen for the person that I was. If I'm being honest, to be seen as that, the little fucking, riff-raff, street rat, Aladdin type bullshit. You know what I mean? I only wanted people to look at me like I was Prince Ali. And because Aladdin's my favorite movie when I was a kid. And I watched it with my son a couple days ago. So I'm talking about it now.
Yeah, I get you.
But like that metamorphosis, like that'll stick with you when you're like a young kid with fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Like the idea that, there's some magical way to go from like fucking street rat to all that. Like you can sign me 7 pages up. I'll do all the paperwork, sir. Just give me the pamphlet.
Yeah. I agree. Man, because it's just like it's so. I don't know about you, but I feel that because like for me, it was just like I'm nothing to look at because everybody who knows me or who should know me view me as nothing. So therefore, I am nothing. So I always wanted to be something different because I was afraid that if you saw me, then you wouldn't really want to hang out with me because then you would know certain things about me that what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I see. My thing about that is I think everybody's that way. It's just the degree to which like you entertain those kind of thoughts. Like, you know what I mean? Like for me, when I go out in public, I've said this before. Like one of the reasons I wear my vest and my tie is it's like metaphorical armor for me. Like my tie is my sword, my vest is my shield. I'm able to go face these enemies, face whatever I need to because I have this like mental, essentially armor on. You know what I mean? I'm ready to handle
the
shit
mental
because I have
fortitude.
yeah, and it's very symbolic. Like you know what I mean? When I take off my tie, I very much like
You feel all the weight. You feel all of the weight.
Yeah.
When you
I
unstep that, I get you.
Yeah, and it's happened on stream too. Like the more shit happens, the more real I become. As I don't want to say real because that's to imply that there's any amount of me that's fake. But there's a difference between you and like
there's a difference between the you. There's a difference between the you that you know and the you that everybody else knows.
A more relaxed you, like with everybody.
You kind of went in the matrix and the studio dropped out. Stony, I'm so mad that you sent me bootios.
Then you seen the cereal?
Yes.
See, I told you it throws you off. Because like I was walking to the supermarket one time and I just seen booty holes on the shelf and I was like, this is someone ass cereal? I was like, I can't believe it. And I was like, man. Yeah,
are you fucking serious?
I was like, I had to hurry up and get my Lucky Charms and leave that aisle. I was like,
I don't see how y'all niggas eat cereal for real.
What?
You don't like cereal?
No, I despise cold cereal.
You despise cereal. Oh,
I
God,
despise
You know how
cold
strong
I
a
don't know
term
how to
that
feel
is?
about you now. You don't like
Like,
Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa? Oh man.
I mean, no, look, I will say that if I was to eat a cereal, it would be Fruity Pebbles, and Pops. That
why
would
the
be
pebbles
it,
got to be fruity? It's 2020.
fam. Because Fruity Pebbles is the best one.
Nah, no,
I
I'm
don't
no,
that
no, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with Toucan Sam and the Fruit Loops for the best
Yeah, I
fruit
did
based
follow my
cereal.
lows in as a youth.
All right, best fruit based cereal goes to Fruit Loops. All right.
That's a fruit based cereal. We dead us. We dead
I
us with
mean,
that.
I
I
mean,
mean, we dead us with
I'm
that.
assuming that they're using some type of fruits
okay,
for the
no,
cereal.
no,
We dead us with
listen,
it.
I'm
Nah,
trying to
I'm
take
just
it out
saying
of
we
you,
going
out of
with
you.
that. Let me know if that's what we going with.
okay, there is
Fruit
fruit
based
based and
cereal.
fruity pebbles.
I ain't never seen no motherfucking fruit.
They're using fruit abstract. That's what I want to believe.
No, because you know they got fruity fucking cereals like that taste like
But
all
do
kinds of
Apple
shit.
Jacks really taste like apples? Sometimes no. When I'm high, yes.
Sometimes no, but when I'm high, they taste exactly like Jacks.
Nigga, look. First of all, I don't know. I can't. I don't like cold cereal. I just don't.
No, you're
I
wrong.
will drink. I will drink milk before I eat cold cereal.
Well, I'm lactose, so I got almond milk. If I
I
have regular
mean,
milk, I got
I'm
baby
I'm
gas.
kind of lactose too, but I still drink milk.
It's stupid because I'm lactose intolerant, but like I still eat a lot of cheese pizza, and that shit destroys me. I was like,
I
man, I
know the
get six
pain. I know the
cheeses.
pain. I know the pain. Shit,
I
nigga,
was,
I love Alfredo.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I was like, man, I'm fucking stupid. I know it's just gonna backfire later.
Man, shit, nigga. I say, look, I'm gonna take the L. I take the L every time.
It gets to the point like when my girl like sees me drinking eating any milk dairy based product, she's like, "Are you doing that seriously?" I was like, "Hey, you know what this is."
Like, hey
I
yo,
was like, "We shouldn't have cheese pizza in the house then." Or like when we like
why you
order
got all this
Domino's or
cheese
something,
then?
she get angry. She's like, "Why'd you get all that cheese?" Like, hey man,
What you
don't
mean? I
don't
got what
worry
I
about
like.
it.
Oh shit! Everybody
I was like,
dropping out.
you knew this one. You got with me. It's too late to do the complaining now.
Yeah,
We
you,
here.
you fucked up. You already here.
But then after I bitch about it and complain about it, she's like, see, I told you, I tried to stop you. I was like, you didn't try hard enough. It's like,
And you always blame her. You toxic. Stoney, you might be toxic.
uh,
You might be
that's,
toxic, Stoney.
I wouldn't doubt it. I was like, see, no, because like even sometimes like if she goes grocery shopping, she'll get stuff I like that has like cheese and shit. And I was like nacho cheese and shit for like when I had Doritos and ground beef with nacho cheese. I was like,
Yeah.
hey man, that shit hitting. You gotta have nacho. I'm gonna have nachos without the cheese. That's asinine. And I want fake cheese. But no, I need that 100% real cheddar. But then I regret it later. Each time I regret it.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. That's crazy. I think did Valen leave? Because I think I was about to end it in a minute.
Yeah, I think Steve-O and Steve-O
Well,
said
I
he
know
has to go. I
Steve
think he
left.
said
I knew
he's
Steve
cooking.
left, but I didn't know if which one left. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure before I wrap it up. But yeah, appreciate you guys, and everybody that watched all the way through, everybody that came in, checked out, liked the stream. More content coming soon. All right.
Thanks for inviting me, brother Payne.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Stony. All right, we out.